Listening to that was Ismail Patel, the chairman and founding member of Friends of Al-Aqsa and based here in Leicester. Back in May 2010, you may remember Ismail was on board the flotilla of boats stormed by Israeli commandos as it tried to reach Gaza with humanitarian aid. That raid resulted in the death of 9 people and was widely condemned by the international community. Ismail joins me on the line now. Good morning, Ismail.
Good morning, Jim.
Your reaction, first of all, then, to the Israeli ambassador and what he was saying just a moment ago.
Absolutely incredible, total Orwellian speech, which is, in a way, you would become outrageous to trying to explain some of the sentiments he was putting forward as if the Israelis are sympathetic towards the Palestinians and the Palestinians are a victim to somebody else. When the reality and the facts are totally different. No amount of platitudes can hide the facts and the figures in front of us. As you mentioned, 110 Palestinians killed. Gaza and the whole of the West Bank and the Palestinian territory is under occupation by the Israelis. There is a strong siege around Gaza. Gaza is being bombed from the air, from the sea, and from the tank artillery surrounding Gaza itself. There is, just to remind people, that Gaza Strip is only 40 kilometers by 10 kilometers wide. It's a very small strip of land where nearly 2 million people live. And the Israeli Air Force and the army is bombarding it every 5 minutes with a bomb. There's nowhere for these people to hide. And when an ambassador says that Palestinians are a terrible victim, you wonder which part of the planet is coming from and who is he trying to fool.
Surely the only way...
Very, very intellectual, and they will understand what is happening there.
Surely the only way to take any reasonable step forward here now is to agree on terms of a ceasefire, which must be agreed, I understand, by Thursday. The Israelis have set a deadline of Thursday for this Egypt-brokered talks to succeed. That has to be the next step here, doesn't it, Ismail?
Absolute way forward is to end the violence at any time, before even Thursday, because the people who are dying are innocent civilians. We had a family of 11 people killed 2 days ago, children, all of them under the age of 11. We had a pregnant woman yesterday killed by an Israeli bomb. We've had journalists being bombed. These are innocent people who are dying, and really we need to stop this as soon as possible. I think in here... Sorry, just let me say one point.
Of course.
And in here, we need our British government to become impartial, call upon both parties to immediately stop any sort of violence and not allow and provide cover to the Israelis by saying that Hamas somehow is a terrorist organization. We might not like their politics, but let's accept one fact, that the Palestinians democratically elected them as their government. And therefore, they are the representative of the Palestinian people, and they need to be respected for that right.
The Israeli ambassador there was talking of cynical tactics employed by Hamas there and embedding military hardware within civilian locations. Do you accept that has at least occurred in part?
Absolutely not, because, as I mentioned to you, Gaza is such a small strip. It's only 40 kilometers by 10 kilometers inhabited by 2 million people. There is no such thing. Everybody lives literally one on top of the other. You need to go to Gaza to understand this. They don't have any military hardware of any significance. If there was, there would only not be 3 deaths in Israel. Not that we would wish anymore, but this to show people the comparison of their military ability. They do not have one. And this is an asymmetrical war started and initiated by the Israelis. And it is there, nothing to do with the fact of the rockets that are being fired from Gaza. And if you listen to the Israeli spokespeople, Ehud Barak, the foreign minister of Israel, categorically stated that the reason they're doing this is they want to boost the deterrence of Israel. We had Interior Minister stating that the reason they want to do this is they want to send Gaza into the dark ages.
Ismail, thank you. I'm sorry. I accept that there is an awful lot more to be done here, isn't there? Humanitarian aid must be the next thing, and that's precisely what the Friends of Al-Aqsa...
Well, let's just pray and hope that we end this violence, and let's hope we can save the life of the civilians sooner rather than later.
Okay, indeed.